Alright, hopefully we're live. Just gotta refresh my page and make sure everything is going okay. Should be solid internet these days. Previously we were having issues, but not anymore. Yeah, okay, we seem to be good. Occasionally what will happen is YouTube will when I duplicate the stream, it'll mess up the thumbnail, but hopefully things are good. You can see the new aesthetic that I just made that in like 2 seconds. But hopefully that nice thumbnail is working so that people can see that. Just got to quickly make sure things are going okay. I put a link to this in the Discord so people can click on it right away. But yeah, we should be good to go. Welcome everybody to a stream. Haven't streamed in a while since the showcase. But I've been looking forward to it. Things have happened. Oh, hold on a minute. What's this? Okay, YouTube's added a few new features to the stream possibilities that I have, which is kind of cool. But I think that we're going to be good here as long as the stream stays up. I mean, that's always the catch, isn't it? But I'm just going to adjust the windows a bit. Alright, so I have kind of laid out this time to make an 80s aesthetic car. Now, of the cars we've made so far, only, I guess, 4 of them have been in the 80s. The off-road van, for whatever reason. The Turbo Eagle, which is the one that is on the front of the... it's on the front of the thumbnail of the video. The Sancho is an 85, apparently. We made that on stream one time. And the mini truck, which the race truck that we had in the Autoflux game season 1, and the high version of it, which is also a stream car, which is 900 horsepower V12. Goodness, I've kind of forgotten about like all of these things, but I was thinking today, just kind of inspired by some ideas that I had, that we could try and make something more 80s aesthetic. So obviously we have to turn down the time here back to, oh no, not 82. That's a little bit too old. We'll go 1989, and for the year, I will go in the last 10 years. So it's going to be like authentically 80s. Oh yeah, the Sancho. See, I was thinking of kind of making a bit of a meme vehicle like we did previously, like what's on the thumbnail. But I don't know, I was thinking as well that we could try and make our own like cyberpunk kind of car. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, if you're wondering what that is on the thumbnail, that is a pre-existing build from a while ago. We might have to change the body year. Let's go last 20 years. I wanted a little more variety. I was hoping that maybe we could do kind of like a Testarossa style. Kind of like Outrun, basically. Do the top coupe. Okay, that's very unspecific. Make a hybrid of 65 Mustang and Camaro. Or, no, that's 85, goodness. Can't read today. That's gonna be a common issue. See, this is that coupe that people used a lot in the showcase. You saw this body style quite often. Oh, that's a 1980 wagon. We could make our own like Mercedes wagon and then attempt to make it aesthetic. Let's see though. 84 wagons. These are similar, this one being longer. We've got some big cars in here as well. And a few bodies that I haven't seen before. I didn't even know that this was split up, but I guess you have just like a short and a long version. So we do have a few options. Might even end up going with the 87 coupe. The long version though, we can try and tweak that, because this is what I used for the Trig X. So far I think we'll probably go with this, unless anybody has any qualms about that. Do a coupe. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a coupe. It's definitely gonna be a hypercar as well. 80's AMG wagon, that'd be pretty sweet. We can probably get done with 2 today. We can likely get through two builds completely. It would need 9k RPM, but only 200 horsepower. Can you make a bike in this game? No, you cannot make a bike. There are no bikes, just cars. Let's get sporty. Let's get aesthetic. Okay, for the first build, I'm gonna go with the 87 coupe. I think that just fits. And because this is already like it's already kind of unrealistic. Let's be real. We're not gonna try any realistic options. We're just gonna go a little bit crazy. But we're definitely gonna try any options for putting engines in the back. Yeah. So I was thinking we go mid-engine if possible with this body. But for the sake of it, let's go. Goodness. Well, we don't care about mass production, do we? When it comes to weight, we do not get that many options here. We're just gonna probably end up going for a partial aluminum monocoque, which I guess the weight does go down if you go aluminum, so we'll go with that. We're trying to make something quick here, but nothing too insane. Had to reread. Oh, okay. Yeah, if something's broken for you, then you'll just have to refresh the page because everything is good on this end. Chassis material, carbon fiber, engine placement. So we've got mid in both cases. Apparently we cannot do it anywhere else. So let's go mid longitudinal. I have not decided what kind of engine is going in this yet. Double wishbone on both, and we'll put up the quality. We'll do some quality spam on this one. I'm assuming it has to be a V8, but I'll wait a bit to see what other people think. 8.5k redline, 400 and 450 horsepower. That's pretty reasonable. That's something that we could probably do. I see a lot of yeets in the chat. Okay. A lot of messages getting yeah, a lot of messages getting flagged for whatever reason. Interestingly enough, I can make a live clip on demand, which is something I have not seen before, but kind of cool. By the way, I should probably say thank you everybody for 10,000 subscribers. It's been pretty crazy to grow that quickly, and like just today alone we've grown by well over 100, so that's a lot. Okay, V16, V8, V12, i5. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. Turbo flat 6 liter, or you mean boxer 6? AMG. Okay, another yeet in the chat. 350 V8. Okay, I don't know what 350 is. Cubic inches to cc's, please. Turbo inline 6. I'm partial to boxer engine style. B6. We could do a B6. Have I done any B6s in the past? I mean, I usually would do a B4. But boxer 6 is pretty decent. I'm seeing a lot of V6, a lot of i5. What even makes sense for an 80s aesthetic car though? Like, I was thinking V8 because it's like classic V8. Everything in the 80s had a V8. That's not true, but it's a good generalization. Oh goodness, that's a lot. V10, 5 liter boxer. Okay, hold on. Let's narrow it down a little bit. We're either going to do a 90-degree V8 or we're going to do a flat 6 boxer. Which one is it going to be? 5.7. Okay, so 350 cubes is 5.7 liters, or 5,700 cc's. Porsche, how much space you got in there? True. This body, we don't know how much space we have. Let's just quickly use the V8. Ooh, we don't have much space. So max size V8 can be about 4 liters. I mean, we could probably crank it up a little bit more than that. Okay, maybe 5 liters if we get lucky here. So biggest V8 we could do is... Ooh, it's like right on the edge right now. Goodness. Okay, there it is. So biggest V8 we can put in it, it looks like it's going to be a 5.5. So yeah, 5.5 liter V8 is the biggest one we can do. Wow, that is a lot of B6. Okay. Alright, I think there is a consensus among the chat, and I feel that there's a consensus with me as well. Let's do boxer 6. Let's make it as big as it can be. Oh wow, okay. We can make this big. Okay, maybe not that big. But we can make it a 6.3 liter. Oh, this is going to be really huge. There we go. So it's going to be a 6 almost 4 liter boxer. You know the 10-second versus 1 minute versus 10-minute art challenge? Do the challenge, but instead 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50K, 100K, 250K. Yeah, that's a lot of videos. I guess that would be like a stream thing more than anything. Forget the V8, put a B6. Oh man. So what about a 6.3.5 liter V6? Or B6, I mean. I'm going to say V6 like 1,000 times by accident here. Oh boy, this is going to be... It's going to be good. This is a big B6. We can probably drag some pretty serious power out of this. Yeah, we need the forged materials. And let's go VVT as well. We'll keep the quality up. So, oh boy, another interesting thing to think about here. Turbo or no turbo? Turbo or no turbo? We definitely need to consider that. I'm going to move on without it for now. I'm just going to put on the best of the best. And in this case, we're going to put leaded fuel because why would we not? Let's also crank up the RPM limit up to 8,500 just as a benchmark. Keep that up. Race tubes, we're going to end up changing that if we end up going turbo though. 500 horsepower, but the conrods want to die. And that's not even... Okay, I see turbo. You know what? Hold on a minute. We're doing 80's aesthetic, aren't we? It has to be turbo. It has to be turbo. Race turbo. Let's just make it as big as it'll go. Like, all this stuff up, and then we'll end up changing it. 577 horsepower. Yikes, this is a bit too much intercooler for that. Yeah, there we go. 2,000 horsepower intercooler. Our exhaust has fixed itself, which is good. And we're keeping with that, so we should be fine. Alright, now we just need to tune it, and we also need to fix the conrods, because they still want to die. We could try... Lightweight makes it worse. At least somewhat worse, so probably stick to forged. Oh goodness, Ryder Townsend, thank you for the donation. Make a Porsche when you're done. I actually did make a Porsche. Please add mufflers. Okay, fine. Just a sec. We'll do second mufflers. Wait, did we just lose? Yeah, we lost like... We just lost 30 horsepower putting mufflers on. That's something to consider. But yeah, I will consider doing a Porsche. I have made one before. Actually, it's in a separate video if you want to see that. But we're kind of doing it already, making a boxer engine. The Porsche that I made last time was a V8 rear engine, and it was my testing ground for the last showcase that we did. Okay, so clearly this engine wants to die. We're gonna have to fix that by lowering the RPM limit. Is it actually doing anything? Okay. So currently, like I said, it really does not want to live much longer than it has to. This kind of stuff here, like these pistons and conrods, this is gonna cause it to shatter in game, and I've had that happen a few times before, so I'd like to get rid of that if possible. But it seems like with our 80's, 89 specifically, we might be restricted. Okay, so our exhaust going up puts us up to 671 horsepower, and our compressor, as usual, is restrictive, but we can probably pull a little bit more power out of it just by messing with the boost and such as well. And the cam too. Oh geez. Okay, this is not going to be manageable power, but we are currently over 1,000. Oh, hold on a minute. Make it smaller? Yeah, I mean, we could... Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, if we change the variant capacity a little bit and we shorten the stroke, that should fix it. Oh, jeez. It's fixing it, but it's lowering our power significantly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's something that we could consider for sure. Having cam profile up all the way means that our current horsepower is over 1,000. Yikes. Okay, it does not go past 7800. Once it gets to 7800, it explodes. How about a 68 Dodge Charger Ford Mustang combo? I think I saw your comment before. Somebody else said that, or they might have said Camaro. Yeah, no, I lowered the stroke already. I'm thinking, I don't know, should we lose like 0.9 liters if we do that. We could also lower the stroke in the actual engine part itself. But again, we're gonna lose a lot of displacement. This might be the only way to make it work, actually. We'll just have to tune for more power with this in mind. So it might end up being a 4.6 instead of a 6.3. We still have a lot of power, but it's not going to be like unmanageable power, hopefully. We can get a lot more RPM out of it. Goodness, that's a lot more RPM until the conrods fail. Should we try and do like a bit of a meme build and just go for like an extremely low stroke, but then full bore? Oh no, never mind, the bore is already too big. But then just have like super low stroke, or as low as it can be considering the bore. Oh wow, it's zooming in. Don't do that. I guess this is more of a time for experimentation than I had previously imagined, but oh wow, the engine, you can see like glitching there. That's not particularly good. But if we fill up this completely again, there we go, 99, 100, then we get a 4.2 at the lowest possible displacement with max. Yeah, with the max size bore, and the turbo lag is real. Yikes. Okay, we have some serious tuning to do here. Oh wow, I'm really behind in the chat. Not that much power. There will be wheel spin. Okay, that is true. 1,000 horsepower is a lot of horsepower. 12k RPM is going to be an issue. Let's just build the conrods so they don't fail. See, the thing is, with our current 80s, like with the current 80s that we're in, heavy duty forge is pretty much the best we're gonna do for conrods. We could do lightweight forged and get a little bit better reliability there, but we can't do much with what we have. So the only way we can really fix this is by lowering the compression and increasing the fuel by a lot. Okay, 700 horsepower, but insane turbo lag. I guess that does kind of fit the 80s aesthetic though. This is a cliff, and then you just die after that, especially in torque. The RPM is currently way too high, which is causing issues, so that is something to keep in mind. Max torque is at 4,600, but max power is at 7,300. Like, that difference is so significant. That's just not good. So conrods are dying there. That's because I switched to lightweight. So if we go back here, we should be set. And we do need to do a little bit here. Compressor is hyper restrictive again. I guess that got turned down when I switched. Oh boy, there we go. There's our 1,000 horsepower. All we had to do was raise up the compressor size. And our turbine size was way off there too. Oh goodness. Okay, so the 1,000 horsepower dream is not over. We are definitely going to be able to get that reliably with a smaller engine. All we had to do was shrink it. Ever thought of doing a collab? Yeah. Thought about doing collabs. The thing about collabs is, like, you have to find a time when both of you are free. And currently, I haven't actually reached out to anybody because I don't have much spare time. Like, if I was to reach out to another YouTuber to do a collab, I wouldn't want to be the one that, like, restricts things. Wow. 10,000 RPM? Okay, we can definitely deal with that. Really low compression on this engine, but it does make 1,200 horsepower, so can't really complain about that. Turbo lag. How much turbo lag do you want? Yes, I would like the turbo lag, please. I would like 3 turbo lags. Goodness, that turbo lag is insane. This is gonna fit the 80's aesthetic way too well. Okay, so our pistons and conrods are complaining again, but at this point we don't care. We have such high RPM, up to 10,000 RPM. Um, okay, we can make even more power here. We're just gonna have to keep increasing the fuel, and we are using all of our fuel, so I think we're pretty darn set here. Let's see, 1300 horsepower. I don't want to go too crazy with this, as I go very crazy with it. I say that. Okay, so it looks like we can... Oh, no, we're very well tuned for our intercooler currently. And our turbine can be bigger, so we're going to make it bigger. Okay, that's leveling out the power curve a little bit. It looks like we're going to hit 1400. Oh, never mind. We're going to get close to 1400, though. Max boost is probably too much. I've had this issue before. Not doing anything. Thank you, Ryder, for the donation. Maybe try making a new Lotus. I actually haven't seen the new Lotus. Seeing a lot of stuff about the new Corvette, though. Kind of distracted by that. Oh boy. I think we might be okay here. Just having... Oh yeah, I'm not sure if we tweaked this or not. Yeah, it seems like that was the perfect place for it. We currently have a muffler. If we get rid of it, then we gain 2 horsepower, so we're going to leave it on. But that'll make the boxer a little bit quieter, because it tends to be quite loud. And with those failure ratings there, 24 and 32, it's not terrible, so I think we'll be okay. But 1375 sounds like pretty good numbers to me, so let's move on. So the car's going to have a 1375 horsepower, 1042 newton meter of torque, 4.2 boxer 6, which is pretty sweet. What do you think about the new Corvette? I don't really know. Wow, this body is wide. We can almost be recreating the new Corvette right now, only in 89, now that I think about it. That was not intended for today, but I guess that's kind of how things are going. The new Corvette is an interesting one. I think like mid-engine is cool. It really does look like a Ferrari quite a bit. But other than that, I don't really know. I haven't really watched the stream for the new Corvette was really late at night for me, so I couldn't watch it. Had to go to sleep so I can go to work the next day. But yeah. New Lotus is a light EV. Okay. I mean, pretty much everything is going EV at this point, which is kind of cool. I think like EV is obviously the future, so that's the way most cars are going now, and that's kind of what we can expect to see. Let's get rid of that. I'm not keen on it. Oh, okay. A little bit too Corvette there for me. We are definitely not attempting to recreate that. Oh, that's actually not bad. That's kind of interesting. I did not think that we'd be able to do that, but for the sake of weirdness, let's... it kind of breaks the body here, but we'll just leave it where it was, approximately. That can go out, but we'll bring it back in. That's pretty much where it'll stay. I think we might be okay here. Pop-up headlights, you know, we've got to do those pop-up headlights. Nice Ferrari. Oh no, it's like the budget Ferrari, but they're gonna end up being super expensive because it's like the first of its kind. Okay, it's not the first of its kind. There have been mid-engine Corvette concepts before, but it's gonna be big when it comes out to dealers, I think. A Fiero? It basically is a Fiero. I keep seeing memes on the Discord about that. Pretty funny. So let's paint this thing. Now, I don't have any paint saved apparently, but when I was thinking about doing this, I was thinking of like Cyberpunk 2077 and like the car that they have in that. Like that thing is sweet. And no, I'm not gonna rev the engine in automation. We'll save that for Beam. We'll probably just do a little, like not too much time in Beam so we can get on to the next thing. Okay, medium flake seems to work the best. We're currently just black, but I'm gonna leave that for now. If I decide that that's not great, we'll change it. Personally, I like cars that are black, and we'll make the trim black too. Oh yeah, we're blacking this one out as well. Okay, this is definitely a thing that's happening more often on the channel. Black wheels? I don't know about that though. Maybe silver wheels. We could do... Okay, it's not going to be chrome. Carbon fiber would be cool. The carbon fiber kind of looks kind of odd in Beam though. So maybe we'll just go paint. And then dark gray... I don't know. We'll just stick with the dark gray for now. And we'll come back to it. And the brakes will be red. That's fine. Alright, time to design this thing. Make it rev high. It does rev high, okay? It revs up to, I believe, 10k RPM. That's pretty high. Alright. Oh, we're kind of skipping some steps, but I think that's okay for now. What I like to do sometimes, we're going all-wheel drive, okay? We don't want the wheel spin. But sometimes wow, that is really fast. Goodness, 418, that is quite fast. No wheel spin currently, but it's definitely going to have some. We'll just instantly put the power distribution on the back, but I'm going to get it to a stance, and then we'll adjust it from there. So we need some big wheels at the back. Probably need these to be pretty big at the front too, but we'll get to that. Game is lagging a little bit, doesn't like what we're doing. I'm just going to skip through that. I just want to get to... Okay, lots of stuff going on. I just want to get to the suspension, and we'll skip through that. We'll give it ABS because I don't want to die. There we go. So let's slam this thing, and then we'll get back to the fixtures on it. Ever thought about a replica car competition? Trying to make a car that matches the performance specs of a person's choice of car to build and looks well. We could do that, but aesthetics are very subjective. So it's very hard to judge that kind of thing. Like if we just went based on accuracy of car, we could do something like that. Maybe like if Overlord wanted to, we could do it together, like look at a car and kind of come up with a score for it. But the thing is that that's very hard to do. Like it's much more of a detailed thing. We'd have to like semi-research the car. Like we'd have to have pictures, and then we'd have to look at each individual one. Like the only way we could do that is if we all did the same car, and I think that could get kind of boring. So yeah, big wing. No, we're definitely doing a big wing. Ferrari side vents. Okay, that's a good suggestion as well. Is that car front wheel drive or not? No, it's all wheel drive because I do not want to deal with wheel spin. Okay, let's go. Air suspension is a disaster. Let's go progressive, and we'll go gas monotube maybe. Okay, that's not terrible right here. Things are at least higher than I thought they'd be, but this is majorly into the oversteer section, so we'll have to fix that. I'm gonna check wheel spin, and I fear wheel spin. Yeah, less weight. Oh, less weight is low quality, so we'll put that all the way down. Let's see. Aerodynamics we'll get to in a bit. Brakes I didn't even really touch, I just skipped through them. And wheel spin, 84%. Yikes. Okay, we'll have to get to that when we get there, but we need a big wing to keep this thing on the ground. So let's do that now. Air suspension, outrun, vaporwave. Yeah, it is kind of vaporwave, isn't it? Carbon fiber wheels. Bigger tires. They're kind of the biggest they can be right now. The only way we can do bigger tires is bigger side like fenders. Okay, let's start on the front. I haven't actually made any cars for a while, so this is gonna be interesting. And as I say that, I kind of did make some cars recently, but they were all recreations of existing cars, so it's a little bit different. Now I have a ton of mods for this game, but unfortunately they don't appear to have loaded. A lot of them are missing, which is really quite sad. So we could do pop-ups. I kind of like what I did on the Trig X where they're down. It just makes more sense to me. The like up ones are kind of ugly. But yeah, if we turn those just a little bit. Oh, that looks really bad. Okay, hold on. Reset. It's not terrible. Make it handle poorly. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna try and make something decent. More camber and geared LSD. Okay, true. We could try. Wait, which one's more sporty? Oh, true. The geared LSD is quite a bit more sporty. And that did lower the wheel spin just a little bit, so good thing to keep in mind there. Go for the geared LSD, it seems. I also put the rear as predominant for the power, which I think was a good idea, but we'll have to get to this when we get there. For now, though, we are going to keep these pop-ups, and then, oh, the frame rate is dying. I don't know. We've got this huge piece here. This is just begging for like a big vent of some kind. Okay, there is the Testarossa vent. We could just overlay a huge vent on top of the already huge vent. If we just make this bigger like this, and pull it out more like this. Whoa, that is a deep vent there. I'm gonna switch that for this one. It's way too high for the Testarossa. Oh yeah, if you're hearing any noise in the background, it's yeah, somebody's watching a movie upstairs, so it is a little bit loud. Pop-up tires, pop-up wheels. Oh no, pop-up everything. I think the pop-ups are a bit too small. Yeah, I think so as well, but the problem is... Okay, hold on a minute. Actually, that does look a little bit better. I was just worried about this angle getting cut into it. So we could go for that, but I think that's a little bit too... I don't know. I'm going to leave these drastic side vents on for now, just because I think they're cool. But we might end up cutting those off. One thing also I was thinking about, we're going for that like futuristic, but 80's futuristic vibe. We need just some weird stuff on here. But not that weird, okay? Not that weird. Keyhole. Oh, we could do the actual like Testarossa thing where the steering wheel, or the steering wheel, I mean the door handle is underneath. That could be cool. Okay, something to think about. Next is mirrors. So your next subscriber showcase, maybe you should make a replica class on its own. I have no idea what the next showcase is going to be, so we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Just trying to take a break from that so it doesn't become like too common. Same thing with the games. That'll be delayed a little bit this time. And I have made some changes to the channel. You'll notice there is a join button now. I put some perks on there, so if you wanted to support the channel, there is another way to do so. Okay, hold on a minute. The perks for the join button are that you get your name in the credits of my videos, just so you know. Oh, yes. Except for the streams, obviously, because there are no credits on the streams, but... Oh, yeah. Okay, those mirrors are perfect. This is turning out pretty much like an NSX. What's the Discord? It's literally called automotiveflux, and there's a link to it at the top of my channel, so you can get to that if you want to. Have you thought about a name for this? I have not. How about 1,000 horsepower 2 MPG? This is 80's like outrun aesthetic. That's what we're going for. I mean, if you notice the thumbnail is very outrun-esque. That's kind of the idea. It's vaporwave, I guess. What I want to do here, I think it's dual exhaust. Yeah, it's dual exhaust. So we're gonna need 2 of these. We're gonna have to put them like this for sure. Except for that, whatever the heck is going on there. What the heck, game? Okay, hold on a minute. So if we put the exhaust here, and then we mirror it, then it comes out normal. But if we put them together, we get a very odd glitch. Weird. Okay, we'll leave that for now. We'll leave that, the weird exhaust piece for now, because it seems like this one is routing awkwardly. But that's sort of what I want to do, and we'll cut out a lot of this bumper as well. I think this is going to be cool. Pro tip, if you swear in the chat, YouTube will flag you, and you won't, like, I won't be able to see it. And then it just fills the chat with things that are, yeah, with, like, comments that aren't actually seen. Huge front wing and bumper for BeamNG downforce. No, we're gonna do that for sure. It's the muffler. Okay, true, it is the muffler. Interesting point. Did not see that. Just answering some messages real quick, and we'll get back to it. Alright, so we need... Okay, hold on. So oh goodness, the ground is in the way. The muffler is in the way too. I think just for that reason, we're gonna get rid of it. It's like the muffler is not fitting. Gone. And there it goes. Perfect. So it's gonna be extremely loud. It may blow out your eardrums. I am sorry in advance. This is not the place we want to be. There we go. So what I want to do with the back is cut out the bumper and then replace it with mesh, basically. So we'll get to that when we get there. Wow, that exhaust is a little off, we'll say. Okay. It's a little broken there, a little bit restrictive. I guess the exhaust mapping isn't perfect quite yet, but... Okay, I've screwed up the camera. Rest in peace. So basically you can snap with the camera to any part of the car and then look at it a little closer, but it kind of messes it up. And I'll just reset it. There we go. Okay, rims. Yikes. We kind of need to make the rims massive now that I think about it. We're also kind of jumping all over the place. But let's just quickly go to the wheels again. We'll just make these as big as possible. 20 inches. And then we'll just make this as big as possible too. And then make the rims even bigger. Even if it's not drivable. Oh my goodness. Okay, full donk. There we go. 20 inch rims on there seems reasonable. Back to fixtures. We definitely... Actually, you know what? The front doesn't even need any grills or anything, just because it's kind of... It's kind of pointless. The engine is in the back. Delete the tips and re-add them? Oh yeah. No, I fixed it by getting rid of the... vent... Yeah, no, it's going to be a ventilation. Do you have rear louvers? Sort of. We have these, but we're going to probably put a big piece up on here. Straight pipes in real life cost $1,200 for a G37. Yikes, that's quite expensive. You could probably just cut out your exhaust pipes and then, or your mufflers I mean, and just weld a piece of pipe in there instead. And that would be it. Like, there's your straight pipe. Like my G35, it's only got one muffler, so just cut that off, and that's it. It's right at the end of the system too. Oh, we need intercoolers though. I'm kind of trying to just think about what I want to do here, because we do have options, but we need to make sure we use them correctly. So we can probably get away with There's some features specifically, or fixtures specifically made so you can just put holes in things. Apparently I don't have them, although I thought I did. Oh yeah, we forgot about the big wing. Okay, we'll do that in a bit. But first things first. I'm gonna put this grill on all the way down here. And then, oh, it's clipping into the wheels, isn't it? Okay, no clipping there. So we have a big grill on the bottom, and then if you take this and just make it nothing. Okay, maybe not nothing. Nothing is a little bit. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Just trying things out. Okay, this is sort of what I wanted to go for. And then because we have these, I will have them shooting out the back, make them a little bit bigger. Just like that. Okay. Alright, I like where this is going. And then what we can do is... Where are the rear diffusers? Ah, there we go. Can probably slap a rear diffuser on there too. We'll just put... maybe... These are probably a little bit too big. Yeah, it seems like they're probably too big. But if we put this underneath here, that could make for a little bit of a unique look. Something you don't really see too often. And it's for sure gotta be body colored though. I don't know. This is, it's definitely different. I guess the whole point of this is to try out new things, but... Yeah, it's a little awkward. Oh, this has got to go up though. There we go. Okay, we'll leave that for a bit. Think on it for a sec. And the rims are way too big, I know. I'll fix that. And I didn't even like cement on which ones I wanted yet. But again, trying to be weird. That's not actually that bad. Wait, what's going on over here? How much chat have I missed? Supra wing? Oh boy. Will you be making an Audi Quattro style at some point? Maybe? I don't know. Oh goodness. Oh no. LEDs? Oh no. Oh yeah, we haven't even done rear lights yet, have we? Okay, we should probably get on that. So, how about this? No, I'm just kidding. But what I was thinking about this earlier, and what about like Porsche lights, but like very exaggerated and much more thin? We could do, oh goodness. Okay. What even is this? Okay, let's get rid of that. I was thinking of long stripped headlights, but not like that. Not like that. We could put, oh, those are kind of bad. Not quite what I'm looking for. If we did something like this, and then just made them like way thinner, we could probably get away with that. And like way longer though. How about non-duplicated? And just like one continuous piece. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, this is still a trial run. We're definitely experimenting here. We'll make that black, or not black, but like dark. And then that can be dark as well. Oh, weird. It leaves a bit of a gap that we'll have to fill with something. But interesting. Super taillights. Rear looks too plain. Well, it's not done yet. I want to add a lot of fixtures to this, so we're going to spend some time on it. We might even... It's already been 44 minutes of the stream, which is insane. So I guess we might not get to that second car. Possibly. Third brake light. Goodness, yeah, we'll definitely get there. This is exactly 80's. Here's the thing, though. I want to duplicate this. And again. And again. Oh wow, the holes in there really make this uncomfortable. We could actually, I kind of like the 3. What we can do here is maybe fix those holes with a different piece. If we stretch, oh, not that. If we take these and put them on the second layer, then they'll all be outside of this, and then we take this, make it bigger, and then change this to be body, change this to be body, and then it has a, oh, it didn't work. Dang. That's just unfortunate. Having it wrap around is actually kind of cool, but it's breaking it as well. So if we put that out like that, out like this, oh no, that wraps around too. Dang. Well, it's definitely getting weirder, if nothing else, and weirder is not necessarily a bad thing. Long super brake lights. Okay, I see the super brake light suggestions, and maybe what we can do is just try those. They would be here, I think. What is this? See, this would be like if we're going for memes again, but I don't really want to. I want to try and keep this one at least a little bit on the less weird side. That being said, I'm gonna make it more weird by taking this and then stealing it for over here, and then shrinking it considerably, and then bringing it back. And then we're actually going to duplicate this side, and my hope is that I can get these to sort of form together a little bit. It's kind of a rough connection there. The overlapping of textures in this does not work out very well. But yeah, that is 100% side brake lights there. We're taking taking something out of the books of the that Kia. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or not, but I think we'll leave it for now. And we probably need a brake light up here as well. We'll align that differently though. And then shrink it a lot. And make it small. There we go. Okay. I don't... would that be up here or... I have no idea. Okay, we're just gonna leave it there for now. So this is coming along weirdly, as you would suspect. I think what we need next... we need a big vent here, and then we just need a massive wing. And that's gonna help pull it together. Where is the license plate gonna go? Who needs a license in the future, okay? No license plates allowed here. Okay, we might put one, I don't know. Pop-up seats. Okay, we cannot do an interior, but I wish. Do 100 mini blowers. Wrong stream for that one. Kia, IKEA. Okay, some of their cars aren't bad. The Kia Stinger is the one I'm referring to with this little, like, side piece. And I think we've broken some records today. 225 viewers. Welcome, everybody. 230, goodness. Okay, let's get on with the build. And I already mentioned this before, but I added a join button to the channel. So if you're looking to support further, you can feel free to join. Let's do this, and then goodness, pull these out just a little bit. I think I did this on the Porsche as well, but I like this idea. And then what we can do to make this even worse is, okay, then now they're just too big. We can have these big vents here, just like that. And now if we slap a huge wing on it, see, this is the super common wing that we're seeing a lot in the games. Pretty much everybody, oh goodness, had put it on their car. But this one, I don't know, this car is too wide for this wing. So we have to come up with something that can be a little bit more custom. So for that, we could probably do this one. I don't know if that's quite what the style is that we're going for. We could do Group C wing. Or I think this might be the rally wing. Oh goodness. That's a little too big. Unfortunately, its dimensions don't increase the way that I'd like. We could also do a lip as well. I mean, we could get even worse 80s and do a whale tail. If we can get that centered on there. Oh no, it kind of fits, doesn't it? Oh jeez. Okay, stream might be lagging a touch. Wait, call it the Artec AX42. That's an interesting name. Will you ever do a face reveal? Probably at some point, but at this present time, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, like, it's all about the cars here. Not so much about me, I don't think. Carbon fiber windows. Okay, we do have a, we do have pop-up headlights. Next car, please do a BMW. Oh, wow. Bumper mounted spoiler. Goodness. We haven't even come up with a name yet, have we? We have to figure that out. Next car, do a Firebird Camaro style. I definitely am seeing some classics. Please keep the whale tail. I don't know, though. What we could do... Because this is kind of supposed to be a really... Oh, you know what? I just got a good idea. What about louvers? Where did they go? I know I had them before. Oh no. If I can find the louvers, we might put louvers on it. Or we could make our own, possibly, using this. I remember I had louvers before, but I guess they might have disappeared. We definitely need some... Oh, there they are. Okay. Louvers in cage. There are a bunch of different options, but I don't exactly know what the differences are, so we'll just have to test a few out. I guess it's just various window sizes, but for us, we might be able to... That's too long. That's probably gonna work. Can take these and then extend them out. Oh, this is getting a little bit Mad Max now, isn't it? Make those black. Oh, that's not even bad. Oh, I kind of like this. I don't really like how much it sticks out of the top, but I kind of like the way that this is going. If we change this, that's not gonna work. Okay, just like that then. All right, louvers it is. Well, there's a tiny little brake light here. We'll pop that out just a little bit. It's kind of useless, but it's doing its job, okay? It's trying. Who had a really good idea? I don't know what you're talking about. Name it Mario Rollins. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Add an air intake. Make a Lexus. V12 Lada. Oh, goodness. See, the thing is, I'm all about that trial and error. If I just, like, kept everything I put on, then this would look like a disaster. So that's why we test things out, and then we decide what we want from that. We could... I'm going to keep the louvers. I like that a lot. I think that was a good, quick idea. But we definitely need a big wing. Either that, or we can do a spoiler of some kind. But unfortunately, like, this is the wing that I'm kind of... This is my go-to big wing. But it's just too big once you get it wide enough for this. It doesn't work width-wise, which is unfortunate, because it's kind of cool. It's just way too big. Like, if we wanted to do a reasonable size one of these, I would probably put it here. But again, it's just too big. It just doesn't make sense. So that leaves us with not as many options as I would hope. This looks like you bought it at, like, Parts Source or something. This is my eBay wing. Oh man, the chrome on it makes it as well. If you just make that black. Oh geez. I don't know. Fox body Mustang, then you can make police version. That'd be cool. Big antenna. Okay, we haven't done antenna yet. Porsche wing. I'm gonna get rid of this one too. Let's try out the Porsche wing just as a test. Okay, this is... The one good thing about the Porsche wing is it's very movable. So you can make a very wide version of it like I've just done. But, okay, we'll put that on the second layer to fix the issues with it. From the back it's not terrible, but from the sides it's kind of bad. If we just made it all black, then that might help it a little bit, but I don't know. It's not quite what I'm after. We could try... we could try this. Oh, it's got a brake light on it. That's not the one we want then. This maybe? But not hanging off the back like that. That's just a little too much. Oh, that's not bad. If we put that farther back... Oh, that's got a good thing to it. Unfortunately, it does stick out a little bit. Oh, that isn't terrible. We would have to fill in this spot because it's kind of empty, but I do like that. The problem is we'd also have to fill in this spot. That's why I was hoping for a high wing, but we'll keep that one in mind. Old warship class, thank you for the donation, Overlord. Brigantine, is that how you pronounce that? Old warship. If we're going for that airplane aesthetic, we could go with this. Again, put that on a new layer, should fix it. That's not bad either, actually. It's kind of tacky, but it's not terrible. We could really go wide with it as well. Full-on table on the back. Whew, that's a little too wide, but I like where this is going. If we move that forward... No, not too far forward. Okay, you know what? I think as long as we can get this lined up the way that I was hoping. Yeah, there we go. I think we've got it. I think we're going to go with this wing right here. That's going to be the one. Nice. Nice. That is not bad. This is definitely one of the like more aesthetic cars I've done. Not saying that it actually looks good. I'm just saying like I'm focusing a lot more on that than usual, and it doesn't seem to be that bad. Could be worse, that's for sure. Okay, we still haven't done decals, still haven't really done anything on the front end, so we'll go to the front first. We need a lip, no doubt about that. So we have options like these, where we can just add like big pieces. Actually, we could do that on the back here too, couldn't we? Oh, I'm getting distracted again. Wow, just more textures or more fixtures on the back, it seems. Just make them massive. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We'll just ignore that for now. I can't keep getting distracted, otherwise the build will never get done. Okay, I'm gonna do a big lip on the front. I'm gonna try to wrap it around all the way, but if it won't go around all the way, then we'll do our little trick with it. There we go. It seems to be gradually getting there. Oh, that's nice as well. That's really good. We'll keep that body colored for now too. There we go. This is turning into something now. This is getting better and better as we go. It could be a Boxer 2-cylinder. Imagine. It kind of does have quad exhaust, seeing as it's 2 tips per exhaust, but actually having quad exhaust doesn't do anything. Like the other 2 pieces won't be attached, so yeah, kind of doesn't work. Right, I think we need some fog lights. However, I really like how sleek that front end is. That is extremely sleek. I was thinking before about adding, like, this is a twin turbo, as you can, well, you can't really see. There's the turbo right there, and there's another turbo right there. So we could use an intercooler somewhere. Where that would be, not sure. Maybe rear-mounted intercoolers? We could do 2. Oh, or maybe just like one long one. But being next to the exhaust doesn't make much sense. Oh, that's cool actually. That's really cool. So two intercoolers right here, right behind the mesh. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, we're leaving that. Just more ideas coming up here. Windshield wipers. I mean, do they have windshield wipers in this age? Probably not. Turbo badge. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If it doesn't say turbo on there somewhere, then there's a mistake. I'm going to put that up onto layer 4 or 3. Doesn't matter as long as it works for this. That's kind of... it almost works there. But it's like the hidden turbo badge. Still thinking about this one. I like the fact that this one's red. Unfortunately, we can't change the colors of these things. I'm going to lock these before I accidentally move them. Apparently, there we go. So they're all locked now. But I kind of like the idea of having this badge within the lights. But anyway, we'll get to that if we do. Side intercooler. No, put it in the front. Can you put it behind the lateral vents? That would be tricky, and these ones are currently not see-through. I could do them as just open, but they're currently not like that. I'm not even sure if BeamNG will export these properly. Oftentimes with mesh it doesn't quite do it right, which is sad, but true. So what else are we missing on this car? Promise me the next car is either a BMW E30, Mercedes 190E, or Alfa Romeo 155. No, I cannot promise you that. And if you keep spamming that, I'm going to have to give you a temporary ban for that one. Please don't spam in the chat. The Quattro had a wiper on their rear, so yes, they had windshield wipers. But what about like aesthetic 80s cars? Did they have wipers? I was thinking of like, you know, like the Outrun aesthetic, cars like that, where they're supposed to be futuristic, but it's 80s futuristic, or 80s idea of futuristic, and obviously doesn't really live up to what today is like. But now there's one thing I was thinking about that I did not do, and that was vents on the, not vents, but side skirts. I like to use the lips for side skirts. I know it actually does affect your arrow a little bit, might mess it up, but it kind of looks cool, so we're leaving it. It just adds another body line to the car. I don't know. I find it kind of cool. We might end up having to go extremely wide on these wheels to avoid wheel spin, but we'll get there when we get there. It needs turn signals and fog lights. Okay, it does need turn signals. That's one thing I did kind of forget. We could make these... we could make these into turn signals, but I kind of like them as brake lights. Alright, I have an idea for the turn signals. Let's unlock this, and we will shrink it just a little bit, just like that. Then I'm going to put another set in between here. I'll make those the turn signals. So we'll just copy these ones, and then shrink them down. Change the color to orange for both things, so they're like guaranteed to be turn signals. And then we'll put it in here, and then make it a little bigger. And it'll go up in layers as well. Put it on layer 4. There we go. Okay, so it has rear turn signals now. It does not have rear backup lights. I guess we could do that as well. So let's unlock this. Shrink that down, please. And we'll lock it back up again. Actually, that was a bad idea. Let's shrink that down again. Just a little bit more, just like that. Good. Lock it. Take this. Drag it down. Just like that. And then we'll make it clear. Or somewhat clear. There we go. Just like that. Hey, that's kind of cool. I think that really completes the look of the back, actually. Not a bad idea. They're really small, but I don't think they need to be huge. We should put some on the front, but I like the idea of it being, like, super sleek. But yeah. make the BMW headlight thin on the 90s BMW. What? We're not even making one though. Station wagon, please. They look a bit much. Just join what type of engine is in the car. It is a Boxer. Oh goodness, let's get out of the ground. It is a Boxer 6 twin turbo, 4.2 liters, 1,375 horsepower, which is pretty significant. If you could make cars wide enough, could you have made an 80s IMSA GTO style of race car? Honestly, not sure what that is. Sorry. But I know most race cars are pretty wide. Only some of the bodies will actually go as wide as I would like. Others are kind of you're never really sure. Like this one is pretty decent, but yeah. Oh, and one thing we're definitely going to do with this is we're going to take some photos in the photo viewer. That's one thing. Don't let me forget about that. I definitely want to make sure to do it. Okay, for the sake of aesthetics, we're not going to do turn signals in the front, and we're not going to have fog lights either. Let's see. So we don't have any antenna, but I think it's kind of clean without it. And I like this little thing here. That's kind of cool. This back vent with the intercoolers is really cool to me. I don't know. I just find that interesting. GT3 car. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean you could do, if we could do like fiberglass wide body style cars, that would be so cool. But unfortunately, you kind of have to make that yourself with this, and it hugs to the body, so there isn't much you can really do, unless somebody makes a fixture pack, like put it in the MISC or something that'll allow you to like put a big fender piece on there. Like it's just not really possible, at least not yet. We haven't touched the brakes yet. Forgot about that. Splitter thing. Oh boy. Do the photo shoot. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do a photo shoot with this car. We're probably, I mean, it's 9 o'clock here, so we have another hour or so until I would like to sleep. But we'll probably not get to a second car today. Okay, I just had an idea. Let's try something a little bit different here. Let's put one of these on the hood, but we'll twist it and we'll turn it like this. And then I think, ooh. Okay, it's clipping. What do you think about that? Actually, you know what? Let's flip it. Yeah, that way. This is kind of unique. If we shorten it up a little bit, that's quite a bit. A little bit too short. If we lengthen that, bring it down to about here, and then try again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now that's just screwing up, isn't it? I was thinking that the front of this looked a little bit plain, so wanted to mix it up just a touch. We could actually just make those holes into the ground there. This is not going to be good for rainwater, but it's kind of a cool aesthetic. I don't know. Blower on the hood, little blinkers kind of on the corners of the car. I'm assuming you mean like down here, but yeah, we're not going to go with that for now. We'll just leave it as is. I think this kind of makes it look a little more aggressive, this car. Kind of cool. I almost don't want to take a risk and widen them, but you can see there's something sticking out of it. Part of the body goes up here, so if we expose this more, then it would just show more of the like undercarriage. I bet that if we hid the, not the bonnet, but if we hid the chassis, yeah, see they go away. But we'll have to leave that there for now. Okay. I think we might be done with this. I think we might be finished with the aesthetics on this car. But obviously we'll come back to like fitment and stuff. I think it's just a little bit too tall right now. We'll have to fix that when we get there, but I think that might be it for aesthetics. I think it turned out pretty good. Well, probably just the rim size too for drivability's sake, but no labels on it, no decals or anything. It's just a nice clean look. Not bad. A lot of vents though. It's pretty sweet. Okay, let's go on to Drivetrain. This is where things get a little bit more. 457, goodness. Wheel spin, still an issue. Doing this does not really help. We'll keep the geared LSD for now. And our tires are very small, but we'll keep those up. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. So my main goal right now is just to get rid of the wheel spin. That is my desire. Hopefully it can work. I will probably have to adjust this for graphs reasons. Okay, first things first though, let's make the brakes a little bit better. Currently they are not good. The rear brakes are way down here. The rear actual like grip line is way up here, so we've got to increase the size of this and bring that up, and then we should be fine. And then the same thing with the front brakes. They're just not big enough to handle the power of this car. So we'll get those up there and we should be good. The car has severe issues with wheel spin, as you may suspect, but at least having big brakes will make that easier. One thing that I have discovered is it's better to lower the pad type and increase the size of your brakes. It's better to have big brakes than it is to have better pad type, from what I can tell. So we'll keep that up like that. Yeah, that should be pretty decent. We should be fine, and we can increase the quality. Oh, never mind. We'll just lower the pad type until that realigns. We're gonna have full comfort pads, but we should have some pretty serious brakes. Yeah, nice. Not bad. Make it stop in a second. It can stop from 0 to 100 in... Oh, that's 7.9 seconds. That's, I don't know if that's slow or not. I have no idea. Downforce, not an option. So sad. But we can do our arrow. We're going to need some rear wing angle on this thing. And front wing angle as well. As you can see, it was currently creating lift. So, oh, this is actually decent. This is not bad. The front wing angle is kind of messing with it a little bit though. As long as we can keep the line in between, we should be fine. Oh, too much, too much. There we go. And we'll add some brake airflow on there too, just to keep those huge brakes cool. The seats, let's put a cassette in it. I don't usually do stuff like that, but yeah, may as well. Actually, hold on. Lower weight if higher, so we'll keep that like that. This is good here, at least I think so. Yeah, we definitely need better drivability. I think we're good on suspension. Problem is, this should be in between these lines. So, this is not doing much. Yeah, it's probably going to be wheel size that screws us up here. And if we look at the actual car, we can lower it even further, which is nice. So we'll keep it as low as it gets for now. We'll have to adjust this in a bit. Whoa. I missed a lot of chat again. More blowers. Okay, we're not doing, we're not going to be doing any blowers today. In the future, door handles are not needed. No, I specifically avoided doing door handles because I'm thinking that it's like, let's go back to it. I'm thinking it's like grab underneath the vents type of door handles, which is like much more sleek, which I think this car kind of fits. What the heck is this? Make it stop in a second. I saw that. Does the guy who made a Quattro for Group B Subscriber Showcase have a YouTube channel? I don't know. Join the Discord and you can ask in the Subscriber Showcase section if you want. I'm sure that whoever made it is there. It's like, I forgot who made it because there have been so many cars, but yeah. You can also check the goodness, what is it? The Google Sheets that I made, and you can see who made the Quattro. It's literally just called Audi Quattro. Make a drift car that looks like a 1969 Firebird. Maybe one day, but that doesn't really fit for today. 300 people watching. Yes, hello to the 300 people who are watching. Blinkers on mirrors. We could do that, but I like the mirrors quite a bit. Alright, here we go. We need to fix this issue right here. That's going to cause us some issues for sure. So first things first with that, we can adjust the wheels. Usually it's the wheels that are messing this up. It's obviously our front wheels are too big, so if we shrink those down a little bit, we should fall directly in line. But you can see here it's a little bit out into the oversteer section. That's kind of not quite what we want. However, we do want large rear wheels. If we lower the rim size, our sportiness goes down, but our drivability goes up. Okay, it doesn't seem to matter too much. It's very insignificant, and our cornering is better with bigger rims for whatever reason. If we go back to suspension, we might be able to tweak out that little piece there. Brigantine. Okay, Brigantine. I got it. Thank you for the detail there, Overlord. And I like the name of it. That's kind of cool. One thing I should do before we get too far, get ready for some typing. Let's make sure that this is named correctly. It's the Boxer 6 80's edition, and it's got 1376, okay, 77 horsepower, and it's a 4.2 liter. So pretty interesting. That's quite a bit of power. Brig in teen. I'm definitely spelling that wrong. Oh geez. Okay, Overlord, you're probably gonna have to type that back in the chat again. Currently it's just called the Brig, but I'll fix that when I see it. And then we'll tweak the suspension a little bit, and I think we should be good. Fuel cap? Nah, they don't need fuel in the future. It's powered by pure synth beats, okay? That's it. Spring rate is probably fine. Dampers are extremely hard. Wheel downforce is too high at top speed. Who cares? We have had cars with that in the past. Issues with wheel spin is also an issue we'll fix in a second. It's actually not that bad on wheel spin. I have had way worse. This is going to make it worse as well. Let's keep that at 450. And we'll keep that there too. Being all-wheel drive isn't even enough to save it. Brig and Tyne, okay. Brig and Tyne, there we go. And now we need a trim name. Hopefully I spelled that right. Yeah, I think I did. Is it possible to make an RC car with mods? If so, wait, RC? You mean like a remote control car? I mean, you can make any car in this look like a remote control car if you really want to. That's kind of a definite possibility for you. Would you like a diesel engine and automation? Yes, that would be pretty sweet, but that would be very hard for the developers to do, I think. So they probably release that as a DLC, I assume. Either that or like a significant update to the game, like very far in the future. I have a lot of stuff called AFX. We should probably, it's got to have an X in it for sure with this name. We don't want to do NSX. We don't want to do, I think I saw a suggestion earlier and then I forgot what it is. Oh man, okay. I'll just adjust that when I see something. But I think we might be set for this. I think this car might be good to go. If we save it here, the Brigantine. AX42 for trim name. Where does the 40, oh, 4.2. Okay, that's not terrible. Rotary engine? Okay, that's not even... The Triple X, I mean, we're not paying homage to the movies, are we? Has anybody actually seen those movies, the Triple X movies? Like the new ones that came out? Did you even know there were new ones that came out? Turbo X? Actually, you know what? We could call it the TTX, the Twin Turbo X. BXX, AX42 again. Goodness. MDX, there's an Acura MDX that's kind of GXX photos. Yeah, no, we're doing the photos, don't worry. We will do photos right before we export it. Did you know that the new Supra and the new Corvette Stingray are the same price? No, I did not know that. Let's go TTX, the Twin Turbo X. It's all-wheel drive. It's kind of the NSX body. I think it fits what we're looking for. I think this is good. I think we've got something that's actually gonna hopefully drive well, and it's definitely 80s aesthetic. FFX. What is this, like the snowboarding game? BRX. Oh geez. Alright, so here we are in photo mode. This is what this car looks like with slightly more rendered glory. Really quite cool. Let's take a look at it from the back and also in the showroom. And then you can see just underneath, yikes, this is a little bit harder to control than I imagined. And we're way out of focus now, hold on. Focus. You can see the little intercoolers underneath, which is pretty sweet. But there's one area of this game that this car just belongs in. Hold on a minute, I'm losing my voice, need to drink some water. I was thinking of SSX when I mentioned the snowboarding game. Let's see if it actually drives though with that much power. This is the 80s design room. I mean, I guess it kind of works. We could go, okay, that's literally just black. Let's not do that. But this is the area where I took that other photo, the one for the thumbnail. Okay. Well, I think I think it fits in here somewhat. What we need to do though, its wheels are massive. Actually, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. From the side profile, it's not that great, but from the front, whew, that is like perfect. That is like exactly what I was looking for. Let's take a 4K screenshot of that. Let's just move this here. Snap it. Take a snapshot, I mean, of that. Save that for later, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's go to the back. There's the sunrise. We'll take another shot of the back too. And then I'm gonna try and turn the lights on. I believe you can do that. So we'll take another shot without lights on. And then, so car, we should be able to, like, we can get rid of this stuff. Car visibility, presets, we don't need presets. So I thought there was a way to turn on the lights, but I guess I am forgetting how to do it. Anyway, post-processing. Okay, TTX steering angle is all we can do there, and that's all we can do. Darn. Okay, that's unfortunate, but I think it's pretty sweet as is, and it turned out pretty much exactly as I would have hoped it would. I think we've got something that's pretty decent here. So what we can do now is I'm going to load up BeamNG.drive and yeah, let's take this thing for a spin. See if we can drive it as decently as it looks. I like the blur here as well. But looking off into the sunset, I think we've done something good here. Pop-up headlights, I didn't pop them up, so they're popped down for now. But yeah, let's switch games. Oh goodness. And scene. I'm actually, hold on a minute, I'm kind of interested to see what this button does. So you might see an ad, but let's try it. Ad inserted. Okay. Kind of cool. Oh yeah, my voice is definitely cracking more than more than usual. It just kind of happens whenever I'm oh dang, I forgot to export the car. What the heck am I doing? So if you're currently watching the what is this? I guess it's just kind of a background. I forgot to export the car, so I'm going to quickly do that, and then we'll shift over to Beam. Kind of important to export the car, just a little important. Just a little. It's obviously not going to work. What was your favorite car from the last showcase? I think I said it was, oh my goodness, the gas cap comments, there's so many. I think I said my favorite car from the last one was, probably Liam's car, the one that he made, if I'm remembering correctly. He made a very unique looking car, and I was definitely into it. So we're gonna hopefully be able to see the game here in a bit. Haven't tried, oh there we go. I kind of didn't test this earlier, so we'll hope that OBS is already set up to record Beam, but we should be fine. What was the closest car to a rocket car? Alright, load up Beam, come on. This is interesting. Having some minor issues getting this to work. Capture any full screen application. Capture a specific window. That window is going to be Beam. There we go. Okay, we got it. We should be good to go here. Let's go and pick a map. I don't even know which one. pop up everything. I did not anticipate pop-ups becoming a meme on the channel. However, I welcome it. Okay. So when it comes to aesthetic maps, I don't have any, and that's kind of unfortunate, but we do have the where is it? In time trials we have the, oh goodness, the Glow City maps, and I'm kind of interested to try one of those. So I was thinking that we would, after we try out this car, we'll give one of these Glow City maps a go and see if it's way too dark to actually be able to see on stream. But for now, let's just try this car. I'm going to probably have to adjust the game audio, I think. Put this up to 80%, and hopefully that works so you can hear it. If not, then we'll figure it out from there. I'm a huge fan. Oh goodness, the only thing I can think of when somebody says that they're a huge fan is that they're a windmill or something like that. Too many dad jokes. Alright, snow map. We could do the snow map. I didn't want to spend too much time, but I guess we'll spend a bit more time than I had previously anticipated in this. And there it is, the TTX. This is gonna be loud. It's a straight pipe boxer turbo, so I don't know. Anything with 6 cylinders in this game is just loud. Goodness. Okay, let's take a look at it and make sure to export it correctly. You can see the vents on the top. The mesh didn't quite come out right, but that's fine. The rims are a little bit lighter, but I mean, that's not a bad thing either. The back light is perfect, and apart from the like small glitches it has, it's actually like exactly as I would have wanted. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect. If we put on the, oh goodness, what, the turn signals, they work, which is good. So we can have that going. Obviously we don't have any on the front, but that doesn't matter. And you can see what happened with the mesh at the back. Like the intercoolers I put there aren't even visible, unfortunately, because of the mesh. It did not go transparent when exported, so kind of sad. But let's give this a go. Hold on. Do you collect Hot Wheels? And you should make a Hot Wheel. I used to collect Hot Wheels when I was a kid, but I have not really gotten any in the past few years other than like small gifts from people who know I like cars. You have a lot of fans, you must be cold. It's honestly like outside where I am is extremely hot right now, but inside where I'm sitting right now is quite cold. I'm wearing a sweater. Pop up the headlights. I don't think you can. If you can, I don't know how. So, yeah, let's go. Let's take this thing for a drive. Okay, lagging the game a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's preemptively do a little bit of a tweak here. Now that we have what this looks like, let's just turn off the shadows. Just because I know that the frame rate on the stream is gonna die if we have shadows on. Let me know if this is too loud, by the way. I will adjust it, and I'm gonna have to adjust my own audio because that is real loud for me. Goodness, it's not even that bad. Oh, that big brake light is cool though. I think one thing that I could do differently with it is probably... Oh, the brakes aren't bad either. Hey, this car is actually quick. But one thing that I could do differently is just put a little bit more on the back above the brake lights. I feel that that's just a little empty. And maybe a little bit more with the mesh as well at the back. Ooh, first accident. And it should still drive. Yeah. Fake pop-ups, they are push N for headlights. I mean, I already know headlights, it's up on my controller. You can see it moving down at the bottom if you are looking. But yeah. Is it too loud? I'm hearing my ears there as well. Sounds like a Porsche race car? Okay, if it's good, then that's pretty much where it should be. Unfortunately, the side brake lights are not working. I guess the game is restricting that, but I was hoping because they come out on the back a little bit that they would work, but I guess not. This is actually quick. Like, this car is pretty controllable and quite fast at speed. I like it. I think that this is one of the better handling cars, at least from what I've experienced so far. Obviously, we have to take it to the track, but this is just like a quick test. So I think we're almost ready to go for, well, a quick stunt, and then we'll try it on one of the neon courses. Probably going to be really dark. Hopefully not too dark, but we'll take a look at that. And then I guess we can take it to the winter map if you really want to, and we can try it there. Can we get an F? Yeah, see, that's the thing. This is the modern interpretation now, so all the headlight motors are broken. But let's make some people dizzy here and go... Okay, I might have messed that one up a little bit, but the space program for this car is definitely in progress. And the engine still works. That's surprising. Alright, let's try one more quick stunt here. I just want to see if I can do this. I don't think that this one is particularly bad, but... Oh, geez, never mind. It's quite bad. Goodness. Okay, one more time in there. One more time. I don't know if I've ever successfully completed this, but it's also because I haven't tried it too much. Oh, got it. Nice, so we can do a full loop with this car and still have traction. I think we're ready for the other map. Does a replica engine sound closer in Beam or automation? I believe they use the same sounds, but I'm not sure. I don't usually test the sound in automation, but I mean, we can... I guess we could in the future. Somebody's probably done a video on that, and if not, then maybe I could do a video on that. Okay, our wing is unfortunately gone. Without the wing, this car kind of looks... I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't quite look the way that I would have anticipated. So let's try out one of these Glow City tracks. Which one? I have no idea, though. I have never tried any of these. Let's do this one. Because, I mean, it's 3 kilometers, so that's a decent length. It lets you get used to the city heights. Sounds good to me. Let's give it a shot. This is the aesthetic this car was made for. Put a turbocharger turbine. What? No, the stream should be good. I mean, we appear to be good. Wow, that's dark. Okay. Full headlights engaged. Oh wait, they don't pop up. Rip. Um, Nobody made it any sound tutorial yet, so please do it. Was that a real fact check, or is that just a guess? Right, so I'm going to turn on the lights here so we can see the car, but I assure you that this is dark. But it's kind of cool. I've actually never, oh jeez, never experienced this before. I did not, okay. It's a little bit harder than it seems. I think my goal for this is not going to be to go too fast, but more just to actually make it. And yeah, it is going to be hard without headlights now that I'm realizing that. I feel kind of dumb, but I wasn't, like, that was kind of just an idea that I had when we loaded up Beam, so I guess fog lights would have been a good idea if we just put like some small fog lights at the bottom. That would have been decent, but hey. Okay. So this one doesn't have any guardrails at all. I feel like I'm playing GTA, like some of the created maps, but that does have a rail. No. Goodness. Okay, a few more attempts at this one, and then we'll move on to the snow map. Gotta keep these lights on the back, otherwise I'm not even gonna know where the car is. It's basically just dark. Alright, if we take this a little bit slower... Oh, come on. The handling on this car is good, but... yikes, my mistake there. Going a little bit too fast. You should make a Wagoneer. Paint it dark, glossy red. That's actually not bad, maybe like a wine red. I kind of did that for the Bomero 3.0, but yeah, that was a while ago. Let's turn those lights back on. They seem to turn off every time, but okay, a little bit slower through this section. I actually want to complete a lap of the track without falling off, which is going to require brakes, and a lot of brakes at that, but we can't be too slow because these banking curves bank to death on the right, so you have to take them at some speed to build up that force to keep you on the track. Alright, so that was one lap. That was actually a little bit shorter than I thought. 3 kilometers goes by pretty quick. Oh wait, no, that wasn't one lap. I'm an idiot. That wasn't a blue checkpoint. Wow, a big straight section into another banking curve. Yikes. Okay, the black on black might have been a mistake if we were going to be serious about this, but it kind of makes it fun not really knowing where the car is. Okay, it seems like those little finish lines, there we go, that's the actual finish line. But those finish lines might be for other tracks, or they could just be pieces, because I believe that these are all, oh no, modular tracks. So we could actually make our own 80s aesthetic track if we were so inclined. And failed, but we did manage a 118 lap, so not terrible. I think we should probably check out the snow map real quick, but we'll just do it on free roam so we can drive it how we please. But the festival version is pretty sweet. It's my favorite of the versions of this. Notice me? No. Sorry, I don't notice people. I only witness them. Witness me. Alright, let's switch this out for the TTX. We definitely are going to do a Mad Max car at some point, by the way. We're definitely not done with copying movie franchises. Make a car called the... Okay, no. Is the stream lagging for anyone else? Let this guy know if it is for you, and also let me know. Be good to know. Yeah, no, the grip is nuts on this car. We're gonna try it off-road though and see if it does anything. Probably not much, let's be real. Make a plane, you're halfway there. Okay, it does have a big enough wing, we just have to put one on the front. Let's give this one a shot. I actually have thought about this before. Don't steal my ideas. Oh goodness, the frame rate. Yeah, don't steal my ideas, but I'm just kidding. Totally steal my ideas if you want to. you could make a car with full uplift, like just as much uplift as possible, and then attempt to fly in Beam with your exported car from automation. See how high it will fly. Like go off a big ramp or something and see how far you get. Alright, let's take the, that's not the wheeled pathway. The ice in this is making it a little bit harder to drive than normal. And the frame rate is not helping. Oh yeah, this is why we're not going for a timed lap here, just because I don't want to have to reset every time I run into a rock that's too high for the car. But yeah, sometimes that's just what you gotta deal with. Oh no. Yikes. Okay, we just lost a wheel. See the dozer up there? The one that's just kind of hanging on? I used that in the finale of the first Autoflux games. Thought it was pretty funny. You should make a regal wagon. You should make the next stream car. Yeah, probably should get to that. Let's finish one lap of this area, and then we'll move on to the next one. Whatever it'll be. If there will be another one, I'm not sure. We might have to speed through another build. I guess we could do that. I don't want to be up too late. Oh, here we go. Not bad. If we had headlights, it'd be a little bit easier to see, but the lag would also be significant. Just because reflections are one of the biggest lag-causing things in the game currently, at least when streaming. For me, this map runs really quite well, even with these flashing lights and stuff, when I'm not streaming, but under the load of streaming, it does not run particularly well. Let's see here, though. We're actually almost to the top of the mountain, and then we have a few interesting little bits left. If you've been on this map before, then you'll know what I'm talking about, but if not, you might be interested to see that. Oh. I guess what we could do for the next build, instead of starting from scratch, we could probably try and redo some of the other cars that I've made. Which one would you want to see redone, like from the 80's list I have done in the past? Other than the Bugo, though, we can't redo the Bugo. And we can't redo the Owl either, because the Owl is actually coming up on Friday. Should be out on Friday, as long as things go properly. Oh geez, the wind here. The wind with slick tires is not going to work out for us. Oh geez. Okay, we're going back up the mountain. We're going to attempt this again. Unfortunately, the wind in this section is actually highly effective on cars that are not meant for off-road. Fox body Mustang? Okay, I saw a lot of Mustang comments. Admittedly, I don't know much about Mustangs from that era, or Mustangs in general, to be honest. Let's see, though. Oh, goodness. Section 4, the Cascade. This is probably my favorite of the sections. Let's take it upside down, though, just to be a little bit extra stylistic. Ooh, flip back over, too. Now there's the stunt. And it kind of bent it. Oh, that really bent it. Okay, we're still going. We have to somehow make it to the tire path. Okay, never mind. Apparently we're going down this path. Okay, this car was not made to handle bumps of any kind. The all-wheel drive is pretty much the only thing saving it here. Let's quick reset. And we're almost to the finish, I think. Oh, jeez. Okay, we bumped a rock a little bit harder than we should have there. And that water was pretty deep. And we should just have to cross a bridge. And I believe we have one big jump left as well. Yeah, there it is. This is another one of the things I used for that. Boom. If this doesn't have the neon glow, then I don't know what else does. If we can try and get through here quickly. Yeah, these fences are non-collision. And we should be coming up to the finish. I think I see it. And done. Nice. So that's gonna be it for this car. I guess we can go on to another one. We'll try and make something quick, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's quickly switch over back over to automation. Hopefully this works. We shall see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly boot up the game here. And I guess, I don't know, we'll figure out what we're gonna do in a second. Because I don't want to spend another 2 hours building another car. So what I was thinking is we could modify something that's existing. Like we could actually, you know what? For the time that we have, I'm gonna take the lead on here. Let's mute that and bring that back. I think what we can do is, there we go. But what we can do is make an engine, just the engine, for something else. So of my cars, which one should we swap the engine in? Just the engine. We'll leave a whole other piece of the car the same. We'll just swap the engine in it and see what it'll do. Make a low-end sports car, not super fast, but slightly faster than an economy car. That's kind of broad. You could do a lot of stuff with that. Mustang that can do off-road. Honda Fit, oh goodness. Okay, lots of realistic car suggestions here. 5-cylinder turbo, modify the Brodozer. Okay, we've done the Brodozer a few times. What else? Tree turbo? We could do the tree turbo. We could swap the engine in that. Saint. if we swap the engine in the Saint, it's gonna be like a 300 horsepower car to see what the thing actually handles like, because it's so undrivable in its current state. It's like with 3,400 horsepower, it's ridiculous. Okay, I see some. I said no Bugo, but I see some Brodozer stuff. Bugo swap the Rhino. Oh geez. It would probably not move with 30 horsepower. Just being honest, even on a flat surface. Nopal, I don't have a Nopal. Wrong channel for that. Okay, I still see Tree Turbos. El Camino, again wrong channel. I think Consider has his own El Diablo or whatever. His own cars like that. You could ask him to modify. Make something that looks like a hypercar but has 3 horsepower. Why don't you just make it with 0 horsepower? Swap the Saint to be slower. See, I was thinking about that because it kind of, like it's way too fast is what I mean. It's just way too fast. Make the Saint slower. Okay, let me come up with a few other suggestions. So we have Tree Turbo, but what would we do with it? Because it's kind of, I don't know, it's pretty okay. It's just got way too much wheel spin. We could take off the turbo, but that kind of defeats the name of it. And we could, let's just, oh, it doesn't show it. There's my Group B car Porsche for the person who donated before. But give the Bugo 300 horsepower. The Bugo will get its time, so don't worry. We're not going to do the Bugo today, though. Tree Turbo Rhino engine, probably not going to fit. The Tree Turbo actually has 600 something horsepower right now. Okay, I see a lot of Tree Turbos. Make a Tesla wagon. Oh, gee. Tesla stuff isn't really possible because we don't have electric cars. Make the Saint faster. That might not be possible. It's already pretty ridiculous. The twin turbo V8 that it has is just nuts. Make a soccer mom car. Okay, you know what? For the sake of time, let's go and we'll modify the Tree Turbo. Where the heck is it though? I think let's just put this like this and we'll close those. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. The Panther Tree Turbo. Let's clone it. We'll clone the trim and variant. We'll take the clone version of it. And we'll make this like the stream variation. So we'll keep the style the same, but I want to swap the engine for something else. Tree Turbo Stream. So here's the thing. Swap the engine. We have a couple of engine options in here. And by a couple, I mean like hundreds. There are a lot of engines that I have made in the past. We could make something new. Just for reference, this is about a 600 horsepower engine, I believe, but we could make something a little bit different for it. Oh, I have an idea, actually. So this car, this is made to tow, and so we'll call this the tiny tow lad. So we're not just swapping the turbo on this. We are going to do a little bit more than that. Why don't we try... So last time it's an i6. Why don't we do a... Let's do an inline 4 and try and make it torquey. But we'll try and keep it like naturally aspirated maybe. What do you think of that? We could do V16. We could switch to V-shaped engines for this one. Rotary is not possible for those who are suggesting it. We want some big torque. Running out of water usually means that things are going to get raspy. 1 liter V16. Okay, we could do that. Having more cylinders makes it easier to be torquey. Rotary 5-cylinder. Oh no. We're not going to quality spam this one. Yeah, no. That's the thing. I had an idea about this. That diesel, 4-cylinder diesel, that's kind of what this is. So we won't quality spam this one too hard. We'll go cast. So hold on a minute. I'm forgetting quick right now. Is it lower stroke that has higher torque and higher... this is not even filling, is it? Wow, okay. We could fit a full-size i4 in here, so let's do it. But is it higher stroke that that means more torque, or is it the higher bore? I forgot which one it is. I'm kind of forgetting things at this time of night. And I don't know. We'll spam this a little bit. We don't want to go too crazy. Just increase compression and long cylinder. Long cylinders and like long torque. We'll adjust that in a bit. Let's go forged, heavy duty forged. This is a 2010, so we'll just keep the forged stuff as it is. High stroke, high torque. Okay, so high stroke, low bore, high stroke equals torque. Okay, so there's our answer there. So we'll shrink the bore down as low as it'll go, and then we'll just drag it up to max stroke. So it's going to be a 3 liter, which is not particularly big, but that should do it. Yeah, okay. And VVT, I don't know, we'll just put VVT on it. We'll come back to that. We'll skip turbo for now. Actually, you know what, we're going to need a turbo, let's be honest. We'll go for a fuel economy turbo though, and we're not going to quality spam this one. Direct injection, and just a standard. And we'll just put it on regular fuel. We don't need anything crazy. Maybe premium. We'll see if we need that or not. And here's the thing though. I want to do a low RPM limit. I want to do like 4,000. Even if it can go higher, let's like keep it low in the RPMs and then see what that does. And we'll increase the exhaust as well. And obviously no mufflers because we don't really need mufflers. No issues here. Turbine is restrictive. But no issues at all. Very rare to see. But look at that torque. Like, the torque is so much higher. And we don't even... Like, we make peak torque pretty low as well. So we should be able to increase that. Just by increasing our compression. Okay, we're getting a bit of knocking, which is fine. We can fix that with fuel. So we can use all of our octane. Oh, 400 Newton meters. All I'm doing for this one is watching the torque figure. I'm not going to watch the horsepower at all. Kind of trying to learn from my mistakes. I mean, we could actually lower this even further down to 3,200 RPM. Do I live in the US? No, I do not. Do not live in the US. Can't change the body. No, I'm not going to change the body for this one. We might change the color, but I'm just going to leave it as is just because it makes more sense. just to leave it as is. For the sake of time, that is. Lower the cam profile. That's lowering our torque. It's making a much more flat torque curve though. Okay, it's knocking pretty hard. If we have the cam profile all the way down, I don't know. That kind of ruins it actually. It was up at 40 before. If we raise that, that's gonna increase our. I kind of like it here, to be honest. I think that works better for us. If we increase compression, we gain a bit of torque. But one thing that we can do is shrink the compressor even more, and we get a bit more torque out of that too. The compressor was already pretty restrictive, but now it's like quite restrictive. And we should be able to shift the curve just a little bit with the turbine. It's got to be... Yikes, that peak curve is pretty weird. I just want to flatten it out a little bit. Okay, that's too much air ratio. And we'll up the boost a little bit. Okay, we're losing power because of the fuel. 443. I think this is still less torque than what we had. Make it bright pink. What are you building? This is just an engine for the tree turbo before we finish off for today. Give it a 4-speed auto. We still have to adjust that stuff. We'll get to that in a bit. 5,000 RPM, but it makes peak torque at 27. We don't need 5,000 RPM. All we need is that torque figure. We could get more torque by like quality spamming and also like getting more of this stuff, but for now it doesn't really matter. Intercooler is seemingly just a little bit too big. Exhaust is fine. Probably we'll tweak it a bit. Yeah, it seems our exhaust was pretty much where it should be. Okay, that's weird. I will just leave it as is. Let's see though. The compressor is like mega small. If we up that, that's the perfect point for it right there, it seems. And then the turbine was fine. I think we might be okay. If we up the max boost, then we'll probably be able to get a bit more, as well as lowering compression just a little bit. There we go. Do you know a pro touring build? Older muscle car, modernize it to build for the track. I've seen cars like that before. 3-speed auto. Sounds like a mistake. Supercharger. There is no supercharger in this game. Up the compressor a bit. Yeah, I touched it a little bit, but it seems to be fine. Like, despite the air restriction, like a smaller turbo does make some pretty decent torque here. More ignition timing. Okay, we could try that. Oh, that actually just causes knocking. I know I have the compression pretty high, so I'm going to lower it down. Like, we're not gaining that much power by having it high, but we can definitely get more out of stuff like ignition timing if we... Okay, that's raising it. What should the goal be for this? 500 Newton meters of torque? We could actually lower this RPM limit even more. Now, this thing is just a straight diesel at this point. We're only going for that peak torque. I kind of like it. We're not using our fuel now that I think about it. Gotta lower this down. Knocking pretty bad. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep the fuel where it was. But we don't need as much like fuel expense as I'm putting into it, just because the compression is currently really low. Okay, we're gonna be able to hit 500 pretty easy from the looks of things. That's fine. 88, 89. Okay, if we up the RPMs just a little bit, we'll be able to see. That's not gonna work. Alright, we're getting close. It just maybe the boost. No, boost screws it up. Air ratio. That's fine. Okay. I think we're getting close. 485 is not bad. Again, we're using all of our fuel, which is good. The power has gone up a little bit. 2800 RPM limit is extremely low. I don't think I've ever had a car that was this low before. You should do a pro touring build on the Bemero or San Andreas AFX. I could. Like, the San Andreas AFX is a good contender for that. We could make like a tuned engine version of it and then go for some like bulk power, just like we did with the Rhino. 600. I'm thinking that 600 might only happen if we start to spam some of this stuff. I guess we could try performance intake just to get a little bit more out of it. But I'm kind of thinking this is nearly perfect. Like, it's pretty much exactly what I wanted. It's 11 Newton meters away from what I set out to, but like, it's not that big a deal. I think we might be good to throw this in the actual truck and then see what it does. No errors on it at all, and the compressor is perfect. So that's nice, actually. 489 Newton meters. We might be able to, in the future, it would be pretty sweet to test this versus the original and see what it does. Like, to see if it is actually able to pull more. Probably would, just because of its wheel spin issues. Oh, you know what? Should we just make this like real quick? Just turn it into a like a big van like this. Okay, that is causing some serious loading. Oh, that's so weird, but it's very cool. I think I'm just gonna stick with the truck. Hopefully that didn't screw up the textures too much. Yeah, there we go. It's spelling out the name again. The tree turbo is back, but with 4 cylinders instead of 6. Okay, so I'm just gonna do what I said I was gonna do. I'm just gonna paint it. We could try... Black isn't a bad look for this. And we'll also paint the wheels... white wheels? I don't know. We're making all black cars today, I've decided. So we'll just paint those black. I don't want to change too much in here, but obviously we need to lower some of this stuff. This is going to be... that's almost maxed out. So it's a manual 4-speed. No wheel spin issues at all. But we want some pretty decent torque. It's got a geared LSD. I think that's going to be fine. It's currently rear-wheel drive. That's probably going to be okay. Our 0 to 100 is 13.7 seconds. Goodness. Color it cream. Hold on a minute. What's going on? I missed a lot of chat. Oh no. Think about the San Andreas AFX R, the supercar killing track monster. That's an interesting idea. Rally truck. We're going to do more rally stuff, but we have done a ton of it already. Cream, it kind of already was golden at some point, and it did not come out well when exported, to be honest. I think that the like lower rev for this car is kind of cool. Just having super low revs is a unique feature in itself. Brushed gold wheels on black looks really good. Okay, that's not a bad idea. I guess we could quickly... Whoops, I closed the window. Quickly test that out. I do have gold here, so we could try... What do you think about that? Alright, let's quickly go back to this. So I'm going to keep the spacing low. I'm going to keep the geared LSD. I like the 4-speed. It doesn't need to be crazy. Like, I guess... Okay, our 0 to 60 goes down considerably if you just go up to 6-speed. So I'm going to leave it. We want more speeds, I assume. We could also go 7-speed auto, but yeah, if we were in 2020, we could do a 9-speed auto, which is pretty nuts. Semi-slicks. Okay, semi-slicks are kind of the way to go if we don't want to have wheel spin. Because even with this low power, we still have wheel spin in first gear without semi-slicks. It's just sad. Wheel size and stuff, I think we're good. It's just a basic truck. It doesn't need to be super fancy. Brakes, we'll quickly check the graphs. we should be solid for this. Like you can see this is the rear is quite a bit higher, so we're good there. Stops pretty quick. Off-road skid tray, that's good. That's good. That's good. And suspension, it's a little bit off. Tree turbo trophy truck, that's cool. Slam it? No, we're not gonna slam it. We're gonna leave it at this ride height. And then I think what we're gonna do is just quickly export this one. And maybe, just maybe, pull a trailer with it and see what it's like in Beam, just real quick. The front of this truck is actually nice, but the back of it is a little bit weird. I kind of like the lights looking back at it in like retrospect at this point, but yeah, just gonna replace the trailer hitch so it's not sticking out. And then we have one little exhaust piece here. Oh, I guess we'll put that up a little bit higher. There, not bad. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're ready to export this one. The Panther Tree Turbo with more of a diesel inclined 3-liter inline 4. Yeah, let's see if it's actually any decent. Hopefully it is. Oh, and I guess this kind of was supposed to be an 80s stream, but now we've gone for 2010 1940s pickup. But hey, the whole first part was 80s. Now it's more like, I don't know, more realistic somehow? Somehow? Maybe. I think the front brakes should be okay. Seeing as we're pulling trailers though, I mean we probably should have some pretty large front brakes on there. Let's quickly go into Beam and then we shall see what this actually does. There we go. I'm interested to see if it'll pull a trailer. We'll just go to the grid map, just make it nice and simple. And we should be able to see Beam coming up. It's just a lot of loading at this point. Oh, whoops. There we go. Do you have LKS pre-runner or Beam on BeamNG? I think I do. If by the pre-runner you mean this, yeah, the LKS pre-runner, I do have it. Make a Volkswagen Caddy, Volkswagen truck. Maybe do a DeLorean with crazy HP. Okay, DeLorean is an interesting suggestion. So the new Tree Turbo is here. Oh wait, no, that's not it. It's right here. And this is the old one here. But we'll just quickly test out the new for this stream, and maybe at another point we'll do the other one. Oh no. Okay, there we go. It was broken for a bit. No, I did actually change the wheel color back to gold, so I think we're fine. Alright, let's give this one a try. Oh no. It's really quiet for me. I guess it's much more quiet in comparison to the last thing that we built, but it's actually not that slow, even with such low RPM. It feels a little bit better than the other Tree Turbo. It's obviously not as fast. That thing has 600 horsepower. This has less than 200. But it's not bad. Like, it's not bad in terms of speed. I think this is kind of what this should have been originally. Probably should have just been like a very low RPM engine, much more diesel inclined. But yeah, not the worst thing ever. Let's quickly load up a trailer for it to pull. Let's start off small and then we'll go into some big stuff. So first things first, we've got the modification trailers here. Let's load up a, let's go for a medium pup trailer. And we'll see what that's like first with this one. And then we'll try the big heavy lad, which weighs quite a bit. Hopefully the hitches are still working as usual. Yeah, I know they changed them in one of the more recent updates. Alright, come on, hook up. It really doesn't want to. There we go. Okay, so with this trailer, it's mildly glitching, but we'll just pretend that it's not. Pulling isn't too bad. I don't know how heavy it is, but okay, so this is 4 bales of hay on a flatbed trailer, and we can get up to speed pretty quick even with low RPMs. Not bad. I definitely should have considered that more when building the tree turbo originally, but obviously wasn't really thinking about it too much. I remember somebody suggested it in the comments of that video, and that's kind of what made me think of doing this. And oh goodness, we're gonna lose the load. I guess we should try. Let's try from a standstill. Let's do a test. Oh geez, did I just? There we go. So we should have just reset the trailer too. Come on, trailer, hook up. Come on, come on. There we go. I want to try something as just like a test of this. I'm gonna park it here on the hill. Remember, rear-wheel drive, and we will just drive up the hill and see if it can actually go with this trailer. And it seems like it can't. Well, that's unfortunate. I honestly thought that it would be able to. I was thinking that we probably would be able to do this one, but then wouldn't be able to do the next one. Okay, let's try something a little bit less steep, just as a something of interest. I want to see if we can go up this little ramp here without tipping over the hay. Okay, come on. There we go. Up we go. Not too bad, actually. We were moving to begin with, so I guess that makes it a little bit easier. But let's just drive right off the end of this and watch the collision, because hey, this game isn't always about driving. Nice. Okay, next thing is to do that again by accident, and then carry the trailer in the bed again by accident. That's actually a pretty interesting collision there. I don't think I've ever had like the bed be chopped like that, but let's give another trailer a try. I'm just gonna fix the tree turbo like this and then spawn in the heaviest trailer that I can think of, at least one that can be pulled by a hitch that's like this, and it is wait, that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and this one is 12, so this one's heavier. Let's give this one a go. This is going to be really heavy, and I accidentally just spawned it instead of the tree turbo, which is a whoops. You should see if it can pull the Rhino. I mean, we could try that at some point. Ford trucks the best, never rest. What? So I don't know if most people know this, but like for my job, I do drive a lot of different trucks. I've driven some of the brand new ones as well, like a brand new Sierra, a bunch of different ages of the, come on, hook up, bunch of different age range in Ford trucks as well as some GM ones. And personally, I don't know, I like the styling of the GM trucks, but the Ford drivetrain is better. That's pretty much my consensus. Alright, so towing this we can do, but it's definitely going slow. We're definitely, like with this engine, we're playing it pretty safe. Having such low RPM, it definitely like has the reliability to be able to tow stuff like this a lot. But in terms of speed, I mean, we're doing 40 kilometers an hour right now. You would really struggle to accelerate to get on any faster roads. It's kind of like an 18-wheeler style. Let's see though. If we twist around, this is going to be the widest turning radius of all. I just want to see if we can get up that same hill with it. The same hill that we went up last time. My voice is fading. Oh goodness. Did I save it? No. Okay, now we can probably get up the hill now that the load is gone. And now it's stuck in the trailer. What have I done? There we go. We'll just have to reset the trailer too separately, I guess. Usually it'll go with it, but evidently not this time. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong trailer. This trailer, there we go. Alright, let's hook it back up again, try this, and then I think we'll be done with the stream today. Just the quick engine swap at the end, a little bit of a bonus there. Come on. There we go. Alright. Brodozer Raptor? Did I miss? Yeah, you definitely did miss the other car. Ford Raptor? We could make a Ford Raptor. Raptor is pretty sweet. Oh, you don't know the 80s Ford truck adverts. The slogan was, Ford trucks, the best, never rest. Oh, okay. No, I wasn't alive in the 80s, so I did not see the 80s, like the 80s advertisements for things. Okay, let's attempt to go up this slope. We have to attempt to get there first, which is a bit of a challenge on its own. Make a tippy boy. Actually, we have driven some pretty tippy cars in some of the games, some of them purposefully made so. Okay, this is a risk here. Is this hay going to even stay on the trailer long enough for me to turn? Probably not going to be able to turn around with this on here, at least not at any speed. Oh, that's so tippy. Oh, don't fall over. Unsecured load. Okay, let's try this. We'll accelerate. We'll give it the best shot we've got here. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, it's not gonna make it. Come on. Ah, that's a failure. Disappointed. And it's gonna fall off too, isn't it? Well, I tried. Goodness. Well, thank you everybody for watching. It has been a pretty decent stream. We have broken records today in terms of viewership. So thank you to everybody who has joined on. Yeah, I'm going to try not to cut off the stream too early accidentally like I have in the past. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's donated. For those of you who are looking to support the channel more, there's a join button that you can press, and I'm working on some other stuff as well. There should be a video out on the channel coming on Tuesday, and there's also a video coming out on Friday. 2 more builds this coming week. Let's keep the growth going. Thank you again, everybody, for 10,000 subs. I'll see you again soon.